Welcome to NASCAR News Discussion episode 100. And yes, I know I'm not doing the one with the Larson fan 842, but honestly, I don't know how we're just gonna do that. But okay, now this is the true 100 episode. Originally, the 100th episode was gonna be on the Texas race review, but guys, the race was so terrible that it doesn't deserve to be talked about. And if you want to know my opinions on it, go to Rowdy Smoke 14's channel, to the podcast from last night, and you can see there I gave my opinion on that, which is very, very vocal, if you were to ask me. But today, we got two breaking news today, and when the first news came around, I had my phone in my pocket, right, on my sweatshirt, and it was going crazy. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, and then, so yeah, basically, yeah, so, let me just see. So yeah, basically, okay, so, first news for today is that Kevin Harvick's win at Texas has been unencumbered. And I'm just gonna tell you my opinion on it. So just to point some stuff out to you, what was the reason as to why Kevin Harvick was penalized, and obviously the win was taken away from him. Well, first off, the team had an L1 penalty. I guess there was something that NASCAR was like, no. And NASCAR has went ahead and taken away all the points that Kevin Harvick got. And in short, Kevin Harvick is not, as of now, is not guaranteed a spot at Homestead. He has no longer clinched a position at Homestead. And basically, he's lost 40 playoff points, I believe. And now he's down below the cut line with his teammate Kurt Busch. So, my opinion on this, it proves Kevin Harvick's cheating, I guess. I'm not so sure. There's a lot of people that are mad about this because of the whole post inspection thing. How NASCAR doesn't do it at the track; they do it like at a later basis, and stuff like that. So I mean, I get what some people are saying about that, but I really just don't, I really don't know what just to think about this. I mean, okay, now does this prove something right here? Is Kevin Harvick just a cheating, bastard, or is he, or what? What is just going on here? This is the second time Kevin Harvick got penalized. And if you want to know what he got penalized for, it was earlier at the Vegas race because they had the rear window here knocked down and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how the first penalty happened. And now the second penalty is given to him. And basically he's lost his playoff spot. So now we take a look at the point standings right now. I got it right here, or NBC, NASCAR and NBC on Twitter put this out. Yeah, this is Twitter, not Instagram. So you see, here's how the points look like after Harvick penalty. Logano locked in with his win at Homestead. His win at Martinsville. Kyle Busch 28 points above. Martin Truex Jr. 25 points above. Now Kevin Harvick is 3 above. And then you got Kurt Busch 3 below. Chase Elliott 17 below. Eric Almirola 35 below. And Clint Bowyer 51 below. So yeah. So Kevin Harvick has dropped a lot of positions and stuff like that. Now, okay, there is no doubt about it that Kevin Harvick is just going to go to Phoenix and try to win there, because I really feel like, because one, if you guys know, he is basically, I think, a god at Phoenix, basically. I mean, that is one of his best tracks, um, but yeah, yeah, this is just, I mean, like, wow, I mean, and also just to point some stuff out, the car chief and his crew chief, Rowdy Childress, has been suspended for the entire season. So yeah, and I also believe Tony Gibson is going to be taking over for Kevin Harvick. So yeah, this is going to be pretty. It's actually going to be pretty interesting here. I mean, I wouldn't say Tony Gibson is the best crew chief, but this is going to be interesting. Not having Rowdy Childress, winning the championship and stuff like that, and I really do think Kevin Harvick actually. I mean, he may have a good chance of not winning it. I think now that the championship is now Kyle Busch's, I think now. I really do think that it's his now to win. But I don't really know. I mean, we really don't know what will happen. I mean, okay, if something bad happens to Harvick at Phoenix, which I'm honestly expecting something to happen to him on the first lap, and he will just get knocked down, and if somehow Kurt Busch then comes in and he makes the final four, then that would be pretty interesting. But we really don't know since we haven't seen who's going to be the fastest cars. I mean, the cars are not even at Phoenix yet, so we don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, now just the question I have to you guys: is he just cheating? Is Harvick just cheating, or what? Or, I don't like to just say, he's cheating. Well, no, because Stewart-Haas Racing is literally the best team in NASCAR. When really, and then I see this, they get the win taken away. Now, just to point something out, it's still on the record books, but just the win taken away entirely. All the points was just... are they just cheating? Or what's just going on what was going on that NASCAR was like a no for? Honestly, if it's a rear window, I'm like, not surprised. But now we're here to talk about some positive things. It's just been announced today, Mark Truex Jr. and Cole Pearn will move to Joe Gibbs Racing in 2019. It's just been announced that they will. Yeah, so it's just been announced that that Mark Truex Jr. will go to the 19 for next year. And Cole Pearn will also go there as well. So yeah, now, first off, I'm just going to talk about my opinion on this, and I'll just get into other speculations on, Suarez and stuff like that. So, first off, Mark Truex Jr. going to Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm glad he has a ride. I'm glad he has a ride, and he's going with a good team like Joe Gibbs Racing. And honestly, when was the last time Mark Truex Jr. was like a big team? Not like a small team like Furniture Roll Racing, even though they were looking like to be one of the big teams. Well, now, look at them. They're probably going to look at them. They're shutting down after this year. The last team that Mark Truex Jr. drove for that was like a big team that was all pretty much big and stuff like that, I think was Michael Waltrip Racing. And, that team was pretty much terrible. And the first team that he drove for was obviously, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, which obviously that team, this is basically gone now, thanks to Teresa Earnhardt. This is my message to Teresa Earnhardt. But, anyways, so yeah, I really do like this move, and I'm glad that Cole Pearn is going with him. I don't want them, Cole Pearn, he's a smart crew chief, he's won races, and he's won championships before, so it makes sense, stuff like that. And also, yeah, overall, I really do like this move from Mark Truex Jr. And just to point some stuff out, what are his most likely sponsors going to be for next year? I think Bass Pro Shops will go with Mark Truex Jr. next year, and hopefully Bass Pro Shops Cabela's can go there. Because honestly, don't stick with Richard Childress Racing. That team is terrible. If you stick with their Xfinity program, then okay. But don't be sponsoring a guy like Daniel Hemrick, or don't go to Ryan goddamn Newman or stuff like that. But anyways, so So now I want to talk about the 19 team and why this is just, I think, such a good news. So the 19 team at Joe Gibbs Racing is the worst team at Joe Gibbs Racing. Now, what's the reason? Is it because, one, the car or the driver? I think that, one, it's the driver. Daniel Suarez was not ready for Cup at all. Now, last year, he didn't do good. Well, it's because, hey, he's a rookie, so I expected him just to at least win a race and make the playoffs. But he hasn't even. But guess what? He didn't even make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs at all. Also, his pole at Pocono was basically given to him. I mean, the 19 team hasn't proven that they've been fast with the other Joe Gibbs Racing guys, because I can tell you that at least Kyle Busch, Danny Hamlin, and Eric Jones, they made the playoffs. They're fast always during practice and qualifying. Kyle Busch has a couple poles. Danny Hamlin has a couple poles. Eric Jones has a pole. It's just that Daniel Suarez wasn't ready for Cup. He wasn't ready at all. You know? He isn't ready at all. Even if you give him a crew chief like Dave Rogers, it's not going to do anything. I mean, really. I mean, Daniel Suarez, he was not ready for Cup, man. And so now this is entirely just. Now, the one thing I just had to get on here, and that is, this is opposite. A veteran driver is booting out a young driver. That's kind of interesting right there. But, yeah, so, and here's the deal, I think when Mark Truex Jr. and Cole Pearn, when they get in that 19 car, I think they'll be fast. I think they'll be winning races. And also, here's something else I just also want to mention, and that is, one, Kyle Busch and Mark Truex Jr. will be teammates, real teammates next year. Not aligned teammates, not Toyota teammates, but actual teammates. You know, stuff like that. And also, when you look at Joe Gibbs Racing for next year, oh my God, you got 3 veterans out of that team. That's really good. And they also have 1 young driver, which has proven results, and Eric Jones. So, yeah. And so what I think what's going to happen to Daniel Suarez, well, there are rumors he may go to the 41, which don't see happening. I don't really see that happening. I don't really think Suarez should be given a competitive ride as of this point. If I've heard Joe Gibbs Racing, then kick out Brandon Jones in the 19 and put back Daniel Suarez in the 19, so maybe he can get some more experience, and then maybe he can go back up to Cup, or maybe he'll get booted down to the truck level, or I don't even know what Suarez is going to do, but he cannot don't put Daniel Suarez in a competitive Cup team. That's the only thing I'm going to tell to anyone out there. And no, this is not just to tell you guys, I'm not racist. I am Mexican, okay? I do not hate Daniel Suarez. I like Daniel Suarez. But this is an honest opinion. He was not ready for Cup. And really, I was hoping he could win a race this year so he can, so we can have, a Mexican driver, win a NASCAR Cup race. Which, one, that would be very, very awesome. And two, we need more international drivers in the Cup Series. I mean, Daniel Suarez is the only one. The only one. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This NASCAR News Discussion has, it's amazing how we've gone this far. And stuff like that. And also, we had some negative news, and then we had some positive news, just to top it off. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video, or unless I find a NASCAR Authentics if I do.